Good.
Okay, full power and go.
There you go. Anticipate the right rudder. Stay on the center line. Hand on the throttle.
Yep.
Keep it on there. There you go.
And give it some back pressure.
There you go.
Keeping that right rudder in.
Tracking right down to the center line there. Nice. A little more right.
Okay.
Right about here, she'll want to fly. There she goes.
And holding the nose at the horizon.
Yep. Excellent.
And I'm looking for
590 is about 4 miles to the east. South.
I'm looking for 500 to remove the notch flaps.
Correct. Oh, kilo. It's a pretty anemic engine. It's got about, I'd say now it's probably like 130 horses instead of 140.
Yeah.
But with wear and all that stuff. Cool.
There's 500, so
Roger,
drop that notch
Traffic 796
flaps.
turning base inbound, full south runway 36.
All right. Well, let's see here. Let's make a turn out here to the northeast towards that water tower out there.
Okay.
And we'll make a call departing the pattern.
Okay.
1230 traffic, Cherokee 3466 kilo is departing the pattern. 1230. Yeah, Hawk 3817.
We'll make a turn out there.
Left downwind for runway 15, you got the cover.
Roger, traffic 796 turning final inbound, full south runway 36.
That's good right there. Oh, look out there. You can see the hills and whatnot. That looks cool.
Yeah.
Look over the shoulder and you can see downtown.
Nice.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so what's next on our climb out
Next
checklist?
is we're going to hit 1,000 and remove the fuel pump.
Correct.
And we're basically there.
Yeah. Cool.
And what do we climb and do today?
Oh, let's do 3,000.
3,000? Okay.
Keep out of traffic, helicopter 3, Victor Alpha, Sierra Hopper South, nobody changes, stand northbound.
Here's a question. Say we turn off the fuel pump there and we lose the engine. You do the right thing, you turn the fuel pump back on, the engine doesn't, just goes, it's gone.
Okay.
Where would we have gone?
I see a field right there.
Oh, that's way too far. We would not
That's
have
too
made
far.
that.
We wouldn't have made that?
Not at all.
Okay.
It would have been on that side of 281, at the very least.
Okay.
It's gonna be, yeah, behind us now,
Well,
behind that football field.
okay.
So we flew over a little field.
I see what you're talking about. I think it's got like two trees, like kind of
Maybe,
near
yeah.
the side of it.
Yeah, maybe that one.
Okay.
What I'm getting at is, would you have gone for the highway?
No.
Why not?
Way too many cars.
Exactly. Highways might be an okay option if there are no cars and you're, you know, reasonably sure that there's no power lines.
Right.
Because power lines will ruin your day.
I think engine out already ruined your day.
That's a good point.
Castroville traffic, Cherokee 843 with the engine ring area, right downwind to the freeway. Yes.
So as we're flying out, I want you hopscotching from field to field of where we might go. You think we would make those fields over there?
I would guess yes.
I think so.
But I think I was wrong last time, so.
Here's a good rule of thumb.
Okay.
If you drew a circle from wingtip around the nose to the wingtip,
Okay.
if it's inside of that circle, you can make that field.
Okay. And that.
If it's outside of it, don't bother with it.
Okay.
You might be able to stretch the glide, but you can't be sure. And if you're not sure, yeah. There you go. Nice job catching that altitude. Oh, no need to pull the power back that much. Back to 2400 or so. There you go. You can see as our speed's still low, the nose needs to be higher. They're going to slowly work the nose down as our airspeed builds. That's good power setting right there. That's up.
Yeah,
that's down.
Backwards.
There you go. Let's actually go up now to 2400 RPM.
Okay.
We'll try some steep turns just to warm up.
Okay.
Cherokee 810 Whiskey turning right, safe.
That's 24.
There you go. So as you've added that power, you're going to speed up, and your trim and your airspeed's going to change, so you're going to have to change your trim too.
Right.
So just feel that pressure that you need.
I keep on getting this backwards.
There you go.
Like the wheel makes sense to me. This hasn't quite clicked yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool because you're like cranking stuff in the plane like you're a pilot, but it just, I don't know, you're right. It's tough to get used to. It comes with practice. All right, so we're looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and roll into a steep turn here. Right's clear, left's clear.
Steep turn to the right?
Left or right, your choice.
Okay, let's go right.
All right, clear right.
Clear right, turning right.
There you go.
Adding the back pressure in.
Yeah. A little more bank, a little more bank. There you go. Roll, 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 use that horizon, a little more, a little more, a little more. And now set. There we go. We had a little balloon to start, but we're holding it very nicely. Keep that bank angle in, a little more bank. Now we can roll out here. Alright. So we had a slight climb going through that. At least we didn't bobble. I like that. So now we've set our picture up there. Now we're going to work on, using, setting that picture. A quick glance down to make sure we're in the parameters that we want.
Okay.
And then as soon as you look to the instruments, back up to correct and make sure that you're, still where you want to be.
Okay.
So we'll get a turn to the left going here.
Okay, turn to the left. Clear left.
Clear left. And I want you to hold in 40 or 3100. So use that horizon. There you go. Now hop on that pressure. There you go. Keep going. Set. Back pressure. Back pressure. Back pressure. Hop on it. 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 Hop on it.
More. Okay.
Yep.
Right about
and
there?
set. Yep.
Okay.
I'll let you know when to stop. Keep going. Keep that eye on the horizon. Adjust the back pressure as you need. A little less bank. There you go. A little more back pressure. Just a little more. Don't get lazy. Little corrections. Look to that horizon.
Oh.
Ha-ha!
Hit it.
You hit your wake. I like it. Right there.
Wasn't quite expecting that either.
That's how you know you've done a good one. Excellent. Cool. So, let's see, flying along here. Let's go ahead and get a climb going. We'll practice setting various airspeed climbs.
Okay.
So go ahead and go full throttle. I want an 80 knot climb. So talk me through how you're going to do this.
Okay, so I'm going to add pressure. I'm going to pull back until I hit 80 knots. And
No, before that even. Raise your nose, just set it somewhere up there in the sky.
Okay.
All right. We're setting it up there. Now we look down to our airspeed. We're still fast, so you can raise the nose more.
Okay.
There you go. Set it. About 10 knots faster. Raise it a little more.
Okay.
Come back up here. Hold it there. Hold it there. Hold it there. Hold it there. Now come.
85 and
almost there. Just a little touch more. Now you're at 80. Cool.
Okay. And we set the trim to...
Exactly. Let's trim for 80. So nose up.
Okay.
All right, now we can look outside, make sure we're level. We're tracking heading very nicely. All right, now let's lower the nose for 90. So just lower the nose some arbitrary amount, about like that. You just got to take a kind of a guess on what will be correct. There you go, hold it down, look down, slowly, maybe a little more.
Okay.
And set, and hold, and hold, and hold, and now we look. And yeah, we're just about there. Within a knot or two is pretty precise for us. All right. All right, how's it look out there? Where are the winds out of today?
Let's see.
They're out of the north, right?
I think so. I'm looking for indicators and I'm not seeing anything
Yeah.
off the top of my head.
Right, like we didn't have that smoke like we did the other day.
No, that was a pretty clear one.
Yeah. All right, so let's keep this climb going here.
Okay.
Let's make a left turn.
Left turn, okay.
Yeah. So as we're making this turn, I want you to talk me through the engine out procedure one more time.
Okay, the engine out procedure, we're going to look, we're going to pitch for best glide.
Uh-huh.
And then
what's that speed?
I don't know.
80 miles an hour.
80, okay. Where was that again? So
right over here, top of the list.
Gotcha, okay.
Yep.
So we're going to pitch for best glide, which is 80. We're going to locate the best field. We're going to talk through our checklist, which is fuel, pump, the mixture, and what carb heat.
Yep.
And
mixture, carb heat, fuel pump, fuel.
And then we're going to declare the emergency.
Exactly. So, okay. Oh no, we've just lost our engine.
Okay, I'm going to pitch for 80.
Alright.
Still fast, so I still got to go.
Let's look around, look for a field.
I see a field right below us.
Okay. Let's go for that.
Okay, so
I recommend, personally, I'd recommend that one over there.
The greener
That's
one?
nice and long. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. So as we're turning, make sure we set our airspeed. And you can trim for that airspeed, right?
Yeah.
So you can trim that up. We got plenty of time. Don't let that nose drop.
I'm still. Oh yeah. I'm inverted there.
There you go. As we're going along here, I'm going to, every once in a while, rev up the engine just so that the cylinder heads stay warm.
Okay.
There you go. So remember, nose position. Don't let that nose wallow up and down.
Right.
Set that.
And I am...
Right there. Yeah, right there's good.
Okay.
All right, here's a little rev.
Wide traffic by 5-4.
Oh, there is a field right below us. But yeah. We'll just go for that one. Just a little practice going to different fields.
Yep.
Cool. So now we're going by our field here.
So I'd be, I'm
what's
roughly
next?
base right now, so we declared the checklist first,
Yep.
sorry.
So mixture,
mixture,
carb heat.
Okay, mixture, carb heat on.
Fuel pump. Let's go ahead and turn the carb heat back off.
Okay.
You just, say that. But we will turn the fuel pump on.
Okay, fuel pump on.
All right, and we would swap the tanks.
Okay. Swapping tanks. Swapped.
All right. Oh, so we didn't actually have to swap them. I'm sorry, I wasn't clear on that, but that's okay. Here's another little burst of throttle.
So now we'd be declaring the emergency.
Exactly. So it'd just be, mayday, 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 6 kilo going down 10 miles northeast of Bulverde.
And we change our 7700.
Exactly. So for that field, we would want to be landing to the north. We're setting up for the south now. So that's fine. That's okay. We can't really adjust for that too much now.
Yeah.
What I would have liked is for us to have flown over the field.
Okay.
And then made a one single left turn to come in to land.
Okay.
We could land into the wind, but this is okay. So now here, you're just holding that 80 miles per hour. Gently turning, gently turning. That's a nice field. You've just kind of got to judge this approach in.
Right.
Sometimes that high key point, low key point stuff won't work.
Right.
Now, you got to be careful with this field because there do appear to be some hills and little hills and stuff in it. So let's look out to the field there. There we go. at that airspeed. What you could probably do here is go ahead and add in your first notch of flaps.
Okay. First notch of flaps.
And what field are we going to?
That one right there.
That one there? Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at this one here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ah, well, we are in a pretty good glide path for that one. Well, if you're committed to it, we can go to it. Although right now I can tell you we're going to have an interesting time with those trees to the front.
Yeah.
But I think it might work out.
Yeah, we're coming in way too steep. No way we'd make that.
I think you might. You got to be careful though, because it's tough to spot, but there are power lines that cross that field, so that's really dangerous.
Oh, there are? Yeah.
Let's go ahead and go around.
Going around,
yeah.
Full power.
There you go. So check this out on the climb out. Let's go ahead and climb out just a little to the left for a second. There you go. Don't let that nose go too high. And now roll to the right. You see those power lines?
Oh, yeah.
Those will bite you.
Yep. That would have totally screwed me.
No, that wire is pretty much invisible.
Okay, I'm going to lose the notch of flaps.
There you go. All right. So you can see there, your flying was pretty good. It's decision making. That's where the challenge is there. So being clear with the field. And I'm sorry, on my part, I wasn't as clear as the one I set. Perhaps it might have been better to stick with the one that was right under us.
Okay.
And we passed plenty of good options on the way. But, yeah, so I'll take the heat for sending you to a wrong field. But, hey, good practice setting up for different fields.
Yep, I need to know what it's capable of so I can know what I can hit.
Exactly. So that's good. As we climb back up through 2,000 feet, we can turn that fuel pump off.
Yep.
All right.
And fuel pump off.
Yep. Always remember, you set the airspeed right, we turn to the best field, then we do the checklist. Cool. So we're going to climb on back up and do that again.
Okay.
All right.
So as far as looking for what type of field would be best, like green fields usually better?
That's a good question. Green, that could be. It means it's irrigated, or at least watered in some fashion usually. So let's go ahead and make a turn back to the north here.
Okay, turn to the north.
Yeah.
Clear.
Clear. I'll head back towards the lake over there.
Okay.
So, what kind of fields are best? You want to avoid plowed fields because your wheels will dig into the plowed dirt. Additionally, you want to avoid irrigated fields. Hitting that, the big circle thing is no fun. And also, if there are pipes that run out in rows, if you land crossways to those pipes, it'll act like a resting wire and they'll flip you over.
Gotcha.
So you want to land with the rows.
Gotcha.
And just rows in general could do that to you. But some fields have those pipes in there. So big open grazing pastures are good. You've got to watch for cattle. Yeah, really? Nothing like tacking on an extra yeah. Yeah. Nothing like tacking on an extra $2,000 because you still killed some farmer's bull.
Yep.
Burning traffic, Skyline 040 is about 12 to the northeast, inbound, make straight in, runway 19, burning.
So, it's really, that's a choice. It'd be kind of tough to make sometimes. So, that field that's just in front of our wing there.
With the road almost coming
exactly.
Midway,
Yep. What would be your concerns going into that field?
Looks like there's some bushes or trees scattered throughout.
Exactly. Would that be a good field to land in though, assuming we miss those trees?
That's the best one I see.
Yep. What about that one behind the wing, the one that's been plowed and is a little darker, next to the burned off one?
Next to the burned off one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Might be a little short.
Exactly. Let's see here. What about that one at 10 o'clock low with the bend and the turn around the trees there? With the straight bit to the right of it.
That could probably work.
That would work, yep. It's not ideal with the winds. Oh, finally. Glad I didn't forget that. Probably the most important thing is you want to land into the wind, of course. Nothing like scooting along the ground with your engine out and be getting pushed along by a tailwind. No fun. Better to land into a headwind. So that's actually one of the more critical things is picking a field that is aligned with the wind. If it can't be done, it can't be done, but it certainly helps. That's a good power setting right there. Cool. So we started that off a little over 4,000 feet, right? We had plenty of time to get stuff done. Sometimes you don't have that time.
Right.
So if you had to land, go somewhere right now, where would you go?
Right now, there's directly in front of us, kind of low, right by the bend in the river.
Let me see it real quick. All right, let's go there.
Okay.
All right. You just lost your engine?
Okay, so...
What's the first thing?
First thing is pitch for 80.
Yep, so you're going to have to pull back?
Yes, I am.
There you go.
Traffic,
I don't know why that's inverted for me in my mind.
There you go, so careful raising your nose so high. Set that pitch attitude there, hold it, and then trim. Now check your airspeed, just like we did earlier. I'd say a right turn, then a left turn. You'll be set up for that final.
And
nice
we
big
go
turn.
through checklist. So
yep, so we've picked our best field, checklist.
Fuel pump, I'll go ahead and turn on. And we've got our
fuel,
and we've got carb heat
and we got mixture. Cool. That's fine. What's next?
Next, we're going to declare the emergency.
Exactly. So how would that sound?
So it'll be Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Cherokee 3466 Kilo is lost our engine.
Yep.
Over the lake.
Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Engine out, or 66 Kilo. Engine out, west side of Canyon Lake. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. There you go. And ignore that. You've got a nice field right there. Drive it here. Now this is where that those turns that we're going to be doing in the traffic pattern come into play because we don't adjust our throttle. I'll give it just a little bit of a
Lockhart traffic, Bonanza 72 kilos,
raise up there.
north on the GPS 18.
All right, I'd go ahead and set in one notch of flaps.
One notch of flaps.
Right now we might be a little steep. If you dove to that field, it'd be pretty tough, and you got to be careful not to run into the lake, or the water, I should say. So let's go ahead and go around here.
Go around, full power.
Yep. So what I would have recommended there was you continue out and make a left turn, and you can land along that clear area out there by the water.
Right.
Instead of making that right turn where we've got all these obstacles we would have to cross.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Now I've already got height, so I can drop the flaps.
Exactly.
North of the field.
And fuel pump will be fine too.
Yeah.
Traffic in sight will be number
Fuel
2.
pump off.
For a full stop landing, runway 36, Lockhart.
Burning traffic, Skyline 24 Cheers.
All right.
Final for runway 19.
So nicely done. You can see from even lower it can be done. Where would you go right now if you lost the engine?
Probably right there. The little darker area.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
Okay, so I'm gonna pitch.
You're like, God damn it, not again. This engine sucks.
I'm good with this. I'm good with this. Okay,
there you go.
I've got 80, and I'm gonna go through my checklist. So I'm gonna fuel. I'm gonna turn on the pump. Got carb heat, mixture, and I'm a little fast. Let me trim up.
Now this is where you're adjusting your turn to line up with the field. If don't just point right for it. I'd go ahead and put in first notch right now.
Okay.
Lockhart traffic, Bonanza 72 kilos.
When would you turn towards it?
Probably here in the next like 10, 15 seconds.
Let's do it. There you go. Turn towards it.
Okay.
There you go. And from here you can add in your second notch of flaps.
Second notch of flaps.
Yep. All right, that's looking real good. And we'll go around here.
Going around, full power.
Full power. Excellent.
Okay.
So from houses like this and of structures, we're maintaining 500 feet clearance.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're offset just a few hundred feet, as well as our altitude is a few hundred feet above ground level, right?
Right.
So we maintain that clearance in non-populated areas from buildings and whatnot.
Okay.
So that was nice. Not the best field, but you didn't have many options in that case, so I think that was going to be a good one. All right, so on our climb out, altitude's good.
Flaps.
Yep.
One notch down. This is the second notch, and I was only at 2, so.
Yep.
2.
you felt like you were going to be fast there, I would have added another notch of flaps, and you could probably slip it.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the term slipping?
I'm familiar with the term, but I don't think we've practiced it yet.
We have not yet. We will.
Okay.
Slipping is kind of a last-ditch effort to slow the aircraft down. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and go fuel pump off to climb here.
Lock our traffic, Bonanza 72 kilos. Got the.
All right, we'll set the climb out. We'll just climb out here to around 3,000.
Okay.
Lock our.
And so a slip is essentially just cross control, right?
Exactly. And here's the thing. What's dangerous about a cross control?
Say that one more time. Sorry.
What is dangerous about a cross-controlled condition?
Off the top of my head, I don't know.
All right. So cross-control is dangerous because if you stall, you'll go right into a spin.
Gotcha.
So how do we prevent a stall?
We make sure that our airspeed is appropriate.
Exactly, is high enough and that the angle of attack is low enough. So if you're slipping, you want to keep the nose low and maintain your airspeed.
Okay.
All right, let's make a right turn, 90 degrees, come off to the southwest there.
Okay, right turn, clear right.
Clear right.
Turn right.
In fact, see the water tower over there?
Lock our traffic, Bonanza 72
right there.
kilos. Turning left base, 36.
Oh, yeah. Yep, got it.
Yep. We'll fly above and past that power, or water tower.
Okay.
At 2,500 is fine, actually.
Okay.
No need to go all the way up to 3. So here's good. Yep.
Okay, so pitch and power.
All right, you did swap the tanks on that one descent, right?
Yes, I did.
All right, cool. So now we're feeding off the right tank. That's fine.
Turning final, 2 mile final, runway 36, Lockhart.
Okay. So, where our nose is at right now, yep, I would suspect a slight climb. So I look over, get that confirmed, and we go back to our nose and set that. Good correction. Cool. So, while we're doing this, let me demonstrate for you a slip, okay?
Okay.
All right, so I have control.
You have control?
All right. So for a slip, let me show you the way you don't want to do it first.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, uh-oh. So, just like this, my nose is high, airspeed's decreasing. Right rudder to left aileron.
Okay.
See, I run out of a rudder authority there, and the nose goes back to the left. And here is where I could potentially drop my right wing.
Okay.
See how it's dropping there?
Yep.
Yeah. So I lower the angle of attack. Now if my nose is low like this, I can go full rudder, do this all day, and I just the same thing. I can manage that pitch to manage my airspeed.
Okay.
So that's how you do a slip.
Gotcha.
Same thing works in this direction. Like this.
Okay.
So the airplane is really draggy right now.
Yeah.
Additionally, you don't want to do this for too long because that changes the way that the air is going into the cylinders, right?
Okay.
Or going over the cylinders.
Right.
So, all right. I've screwed you up enough. Here you go. Your controls. You can go ahead and reset us at 2,500.
Okay, 2,500, so I'm going to give it some power.
All right. Exactly. So that can give you uneven cylinder head cooling with that air coming into the nose there.
Okay.
So they're fine to do. You just want to do them for extended periods of time.
Gotcha.
When I was flying gliders, or towing gliders rather, people used to take our Piper Pawnees, which is like a crop dusting airplane, and they just do that pretty much right down for the, right down and descend back to land. Well, that got you down really quickly, but half the engine's really hot and half the engine's really cold. So after a season of glider flying, some of the cylinders were really worn down, and the others were, fine.
Gotcha.
Because people typically slip with right rudder and left aileron because that's what's comfortable.
Gotcha.
And if you're not correcting for any kind of crosswind, That, you know, you can just do either way if it works.
Gotcha.
So, to mind-boggle you a little more, there are two kinds of slip. A forward slip and a side slip.
Right.
Forward slips are slips that we make to correct for a crosswind.
Okay.
So the one where we bank into the wind and do downwind rudder.
Okay.
Side slips are the opposite, where you have your nose go into the wind and then bank away from the wind and just descend down quickly with your nose crabbed into the wind.
Okay.
So those are the two kinds of slips. One gets you down quicker, one keeps you on the runway center line.
Gotcha.
It's kind of hard to keep them straight, so we can review that as many times as we need to. But
well, it's basically which way your nose is facing, into the wind or
away from the wind.
Away from
exactly.
The wind, right?
Forward is away from the wind. Side slip is into the wind.
Gotcha.
Yep. Cool. So I just wanted to bring us out past Kestrel here, so now we can turn back towards Bulverde.
Okay.
We'll just angle to the right here a bit past Kestrel, and that'll set us up nicely to enter the pattern for 3-4. So, I'd say we're about 10 miles out from the airport right now. Kestrel's maybe 5 miles, maybe we're a little inside that. What altitude are we at?
We're at 2,500.
And what direction are we from the airport?
We are north of the airport.
Exactly, so...
Bulverde traffic, Cherokee 3466 Kilo is 10 miles north at 2,500 Bulverde.
Yep, you don't want to say 2,500, you want to say 2,500.
2,500. Okay.
Good man, cool. So, you can go ahead and make that call, tack on Bulverde at the end, you're good.
Bulverde traffic, Cherokee 3466 Kilo is inbound at 2,500 from the north, Bulverde.
Cool. All right, cool.
And Bulverde traffic, Cherokee 66 Kilo, 10 miles out north, Bulverde.
Cool. So you want to, if you want to tack on that distance as well.
10 miles. Oh, I missed that.
Exactly. Yep.
My bad.
Yep. So there is Kestrel there. Ooh, it's getting bumpier down here. Yeehaw. So we'll head off to the right here. We don't want to fly over Kestrel. Just quiet. We'll follow these power lines for a while.
Okay.
All right. And let's talk about how we're going to enter the pattern.
Okay.
For 3-4. So, it seems the boundary layer is just at 2,400 or so. Oh, now it's rising up to us. So, all right. So where roughly would the airport be?
Should be...
Out over there somewhere, right? It's going to be tough to spot.
Yeah, I can't quite see it.
All right. Fly the airplane first. Keep that nose position. Yep, there you go. Now you can take a look back out. Cool. Around, get bumped around, back to the nose, adjust it. All right, so at about 10 o'clock, you see in this group of hills how there's one little hill that rises up.
Yeah.
Behind that hill is the airport.
Okay.
All right. If you look to our closer to 12 o'clock, you see a group of buildings.
Yep.
All right. Now follow those fields back to the left, and you see some buildings coming out from behind the hill.
Like it'd be, if we kept on going, it'd be hitting
281.
281. Yeah. Thank you.
Correct.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you're seeing some group of buildings kind of emerge from behind that little hill there. That's the airport.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, so we're just flying out here. We're by Kestrel, so we're just really on alert for any kind of traffic. Not that there's ever really much traffic out of Kestrel, but it does not hurt to be aware. Hey, there's some smoke down there. And you see it's really calm down there.
Yeah.
Smoke's pretty much going straight up. So here, instead of going on the down, on the 45, extending out past and entering on the 45, we're just going to enter on an extended downwind for the runway.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and pull the power out here.
Okay.
Start descending on down to 2,000 feet.
Okay.
Why 2,000 feet?
That's pattern altitude.
Exactly. keep that nose a little lower. Keep our speed up.
Okay.
Just a little. Power's fine. Yep, there we go. Now we can make a radio call 5 miles to the north, 2000, extended downwind 434.
Okay, so it'd be Bulverde traffic Cherokee 3466 kilo is 5 miles to the north, extended downwind.
Right downwind for runway 19.
Yep. I just actually say 5 miles to the north, inbound 34 Bulverde.
Okay.
Cherokee 3466 kilo is inbound 5 miles to the north for 34 Bulverde.
Cool. There you go. So you want to tack in that Bulverde at the front there. So we're 2000. Let's go ahead and come on a little bit to the left here. You see the airport out there?
Yes.
All right, we want to parallel the runway.
Okay.
So we'll fly parallel to it right about there. Cool.
Okay.
There you go, raise the nose a little bit. Remember, we're flying slower in the traffic pattern, so, yep. Right about there, actually, power setting's fine. Whatever is going to give us level. We want to be a little higher, so we'll just do a quick pop-up. Wee-ha! There we go, and we'll hold it up and let the speed adjust itself. Right about there is good.
Okay.
Cool. So we're going to be doing just a few patterns.
Okay.
And we're going to do go-arounds each time. The first one, I want you to talk me through it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I have the controls.
You have the controls?
All right, I have the controls. Now, what leg am I on here?
Okay, we're on downwind right now.
Okay. When should I pull my power out?
You should pull your power out. Let's see. You should be leaving your power out or power in until at least to beam the numbers.
Exactly. Beam the numbers. That's when I want to pull my power out.
And
so I'll set my throttle about 2200 or so.
Okay. And a beam the numbers is also first notch of flaps, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So which one should I move first, power or flaps?
Power. You need to get inside the white arc.
Correct. All right. So should I make a radio call here?
Yes, because we're entering the pattern.
Correct. Bulverde traffic Cherokee 66 kilo, left downwind 34. Bulverde. Cool. So how's my positioning? Am I close? Am I far?
Looks like you're about right on.
Yep.
Angled off a little bit to the right.
You're right. I'm correcting right now.
Okay.
So that I can get the runway right out there at the wingtip.
Okay.
Maybe not at the wingtip, but
so
yeah, about
the black
there.
stripe?
Yeah. All right, so I'm tracking straight ahead here. Let me know when I can pull this power.
Okay, just about. There's power.
All right.
And first notch of flaps once we're in the white arc, which we already are.
All right. So that's handy, isn't it? So, cool. First notch of flaps is in.
Okay, and once we're at about a 45, that's when we'll turn base.
Correct. I'm going to go ahead and trim up a little bit so I can be lazy here.
Yep.
Tracking away from the runway just a little. I'll fix that. Make sure my power stays at 1700.
Okay.
And fuel pump on.
Oh, yep.
There you go. Right about here, you think?
Yep, that's about right.
Cool. All right. Should I make a radio call here?
Yep.
All right, cool. Bulverde traffic Cherokee 66 kilo, left base 34, Bulverde.
And you want to add in a second notch of flaps?
All right, I'll do that. All right, let me know when I should turn final.
Probably right about now.
Good call. How's my airspeed?
You're sitting about 75, which should be good.
All right. Uh-oh, I've overshot.
A little bit.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll come over here. Nose off to the left to the correct.
Okay.
Power's a little high now, coming a little fast.
And be third notch of flaps.
Yep, but that's okay, because I should do what?
Go around.
Exactly, go around. Power, maintain my nose position, or nose position with the rudder rather, bring the nose up to the horizon.
Okay.
All right.
And we've got positive climb.
Yep.
And we can lose a notch of flaps.
All right, was that right?
No.
Exactly.
Way too fast.
Exactly. You see how we settled?
Yep.
Cool. So now we're just going to square off our pattern. Go. So you have the flight control.
I have controls.
Nice job, instructor.
So are we just going to leave fuel pump on for the entire circuit?
Correct.
Boulevardy traffic, Cherokee 66 Kilo on the go. 34 Boulevardy.
Okay, we're going to climb back up another 500 feet to get to pattern altitude. And how far out should we be going?
About 500 to 700 feet is when you want to turn that crosswind.
Okay.
We want to try and get a radio call on crosswind, downwind, base, and final.
Okay.
So just say turning crosswind 34 Boulevardy.
Boulevardy traffic, Cherokee 3466 Kilo is turning crosswind Boulevardy.
Cool. So try and say that a little slower. That's about good right there.
Okay.
You don't want to overcorrect. See how we're kind of flying towards the runway now?
Yep.
November 2954, back taxiing on 34.
Alright, so that guy's doing his thing.
And we're coming up on
Pattern altitude, yep.
Start reducing
there you
power.
go. And now we're just going to work on making these patterns nice and square. There you go. Power coming back, keep the nose down. There we go. Keep the nose down. Alright, let's get a radio call on the downwind. Alright, see how we're... Yeah, he took the wrong runway.
And aircraft back taxiing on 16 there, I guess the wind is favoring 16?
Roger.
Roger that, 66 Kilo, we'll swap runways for a downwind on 16 Boulevardy.
Cool. So see how the nose is a little higher here?
Yep.
We're going to get a slight climb going. We're just going to make a right 180.
Okay.
We're going to enter the right downwind for 16.
Transition to the south.
Go ahead and do that now.
Yeah, let's do that now.
Cessna 7093 Quebec departing the area to the east. Burnett traffic.
Lockhart traffic 67796 departing Lockhart to the north.
I was in a little close anyway, so.
Yeah, exactly. Here, go. Keep this turn going. Nice and steady bank. Look out for your turn.
For 501 Hotel Echoes at the west hangars, taking off parallel 16, and we have the downwind traffic inside Boulevardy.
There we go, right there.
November
Square off. Use that rudder.
2954016, we're waiting for you.
Heath, why are you waiting, dude? You can go. Alright, so there you go. You're paralleling here.
Okay.
They've got us all in sight, so we can go ahead and...
And Boulevardy traffic out for 501 Hotel Echoes on the go from the west hangars, parallel 16.
Alright,
We'll
so what do you think?
With a right.
Go ahead and pull the power here?
Yeah, we can go
Let's do it.
Boulevardy.
And what does power go down to again?
1700.
17.
There you go. So come a little left.
To the left?
Yep, a little left correction. Focus a little bit more on your nose position.
Okay.
There you go. And you can hold it up if you need. I'll give you some up trim here.
Okay.
There you go.
And should have had the notch flaps.
Yeah, so one notch. We're in the wide arc. Cool. Now we're just flying along here. Go ahead and turn base now.
Okay, turning base.
Alright, so I'll help you with the radio here. I want you focusing on flying.
Boulevardy traffic, Cherokee 66 Kilo, turning right base 16 Boulevardy. And Arrow and Hammerhead, are you going to go, or are you just holding short?
54 November, we're the Cherokee. We're going to hold short for you. You go ahead and land, and then we'll take off.
Oh, Cherokee, roger that. And 66 Kilo now on the base, turning final for 16 Boulevardy.
Second notch of flaps.
Cool. So, want a nice square leg here.
Yeah, I'm off.
Now we can turn on the final.
Free Mike, on downwind.
Nice and shallow. No more steep than this. There you go. Yeah, maybe a little steeper. There you go. Last notch of flaps.
501 Hotel Echo.
Power out, maybe just a little.
Heading to the east. And
now we're just making corrections with the power to get back down on the glide path. Now I want you to note as we do this how those power lines look as we descend down onto the runway. We don't want to let the power lines creep up to our flight path.
Boulevardy traffic, Cherokee 66 Kilo, final 16, we got the helicopter in sight. Boulevardy.
Excellent. There you go, you're just keeping that nose pointed at the runway. Nicely done. We'll make this a full stop and we'll taxi back. Cool. So we're going on down, nice. You can expect a few little bobbles coming over the runway here, or the trees, that's fine.
Okay.
We're going to correct a bit to the right here. Okay. I'm on the controls with you, helping you out. I'll go ahead and pull the power there.
Power idle?
Yep.
Okay.
So now, we're just going to smoothly, slowly pull that nose up.
Okay.
Yep. We could have held it a little bit more, but that's pretty good landing. So go ahead and retract the flaps.
Okay.
And if we'd really wanted to hop in the brakes, we could have made that first turn. We'll make the next turn.
Okay.
So go ahead and ease on both brakes. Ease on the brakes. We're going to make this turn here. Ease on the brakes.
Left traffic 16, and we'll go ahead and let you guys take off.
There you go.
Boulevardy traffic, Cherokee 66 kilos, clearing 16 Boulevardy.
Cool.
Boulevardy traffic, helicopter 143, Victory Office, 3 miles west, transitioning east, 1 mile south of the field.
Open this up, get some air in here. Alright, now we're going to do our after landing checklist.
Okay.
Just to simplify it, fuel pump, mixture, flaps, and trim.
Okay, so fuel pump off.
Yep.
Mixture.
Lean.
1 knuckle.
Yep.
Flaps. Or down. Or,
yep.
Yeah, normal. And trim back.
Reset.
Okay. Reset.
Cool. So, talking through that. So for the downwind, it seemed like you were a little rushed.
Okay.
What did you think?
So I was definitely late.
Exactly.
I was late on getting the flaps for sure and reducing power.
Exactly. So, yeah, you're a little focused on up here. So we couldn't see the runway, we didn't know, so we're a little late with that.
I think I think I would have extended the downwind before I made the 180 a little bit longer. So I had more time to get set up and everything.
Okay. Well, that's a fair call. I think you had plenty of time. But hey, you know, we got to space things out and make sure we get, you know, make sure we give you plenty of time because hey, it's the first time doing this sort of stuff. There we go. There he goes. All right, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and go up for one more pattern. Okay, I got 10:05. Is that okay for you, or
good.
Or do you want to go up again, or are you good?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back then.
Let's go.
So we will taxi and make the right turn here.
Okay.
We'll chase Jim on his bike. So the other thing I want to watch for is climbing in the traffic pattern. We don't want to do that. We want to maintain the altitude. And also on the timing on the base turn, I guess I had you set up a little early. We were high anyway, so that led to us being high on final, which is why our power was out.
Gotcha.
So I had you turn a little early there, but I'll give the next one a little better.
And Boulevardy traffic, helicopter 3 Victory Alpha, 3 miles east, departing area of Boulevardy.
So whenever I touch down, do I need to be riding the brakes earlier?
Oh no, not as you touch down.
I mean, not but
yeah.
Sooner than what I did.
We'll stop before the whole short line there. Yep, you got it. All right, so let's see. We got
Boulevardy traffic, Alpha 51 Hotel. We'll be departing from the departure in 16 for left traffic Boulevardy.
Cool. And we'll see what that Cherokee's doing. They might be departing pattern, but that's okay. We can talk. So for the brakes there.
So about the time when I dropped the flaps, I should have had brakes on at that point.
Exactly. So yeah, you want to make the turn there. So it's kind of like anticipating a turn in your car. You don't want to do immediate heavy braking.
Right.
But if you need to make the turn, you can lightly go heavier braking.
Okay.
So we got the helicopter there. Let's see. Is that guy on the downwind or anything there? It's kind of tough to see.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. So since we have been flying, should we at this point should we be doing another run up?
Oh no,
or is that,
no.
Since we've been up.
Honestly, I think that it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. So set that. We're fine there, so we can go ahead and call back taxiing that Cherokee depart the pattern.
Okay. So Cherokee 3466 Kilo is back taxiing runway 16.
Yep.
Boulevardy traffic, Cherokee 3466 Kilo is back taxiing runway 16, Boulevardy.
Cool. There.
Boulevardy traffic, helicopter 51, do echoes left crosswind for 16, Boulevardy.
Alright, and as we back taxi here, I'll help you configure for a departure. So door is closed.
Okay. 1 notch flaps.
Yep. Always go fuel pump, mixture, flaps, and trim. Those are your critical items.
Mixture, flaps, and trims on neutral.
Yep. So we're all clear up there. Alright, so landing 16 is a little tougher because the runway is over here, right traffic. But, yeah, in actuality, it's not any different than the other way.
Right.
You still want the runway in the same position in the wing. You want nice defined legs, so as we turn crosswind, be sure to look out to the runway so you know where to square off from. A nice square base, too. And a nice shallow turn to final.
Okay.
So we'll just work through this and fix it little by little. Clean it on up.
Base 16, Boulevardy.
Alright, we got 1 Hotel Echo on there. We'll make a call departing the runway, or departing remaining in the pattern.
Okay.
Boulevardy traffic, Cherokee 3466 Kilo is departing runway 16, remaining in the pattern, Boulevardy.
Perfect. Alright.
Power?
Yep, so lined up. Full power, engine's in the green. There you go, keep that hand on the throttle.
Oh, yep.
With a little smidge of back pressure. And a touch of right aileron in there.
Okay.
And a little more back pressure. There you go. And she'll want to fly. There you go, more right aileron, there you go. So we've got a very light right crosswind.
Okay.
We'll just have to deal with that. That means we'll have to crab to the right a little bit on final.
Okay.
You know, don't let the wind blow you to the left like that. Get it over. Get it like that.
Okay.
There you go. Uh-oh. See where we got back? Make that correction. Bring us back to the right. There you go.
Okay.
Also, 3 fingers here. Nice and light.
Okay.
Wiggle your toes. You can't be tense if you wiggle your toes.
5 miles to the north, inbound for touch and goes.
And coming up on 500, so we're going to lose that notch flaps.
Correct. And we can go ahead and turn our crosswind here.
Okay, right crosswind, correct?
Correct.
Okay, let's turn.
I'll help you with the radio calls and the pattern so you can focus on flying.
Okay, and we'd be calling right now, correct?
Correct.
Boulevardy traffic, Cherokee 66 Kilo, turning crosswind 16, Boulevardy.
Right there's good.
Okay.
So we can look out and see we're squared up with the runway nicely. Maintain that heading. There you go.
Okay.
Alright, right about here, you might want to start turning that downwind.
Okay.
There we go, and we're almost to the pattern altitude, almost. Then climb very quickly. Old Kilo. There you go. Right there,
Unicorn, we are light.
There you go, start working that power out nicely, while simultaneously holding the heading and the nose down.
Okay.
55 Delta Sierra.
There you go. Focus on that nose position once you set the downwind, otherwise we'll start drifting away.
Okay.
So bring it back to the right just a little. Hold the nose low. Nice smooth inputs, there we go. A little bit more to the right. Right there. That's pretty parallel.
Okay.
And we're pattern altitude nicely. So, release.
Okay, and we're just about beam the numbers, so we'd be pulling power and...
Yep, so let's go ahead and pull the power out. Bring it on back. I just used the button yet. As you do that, careful not to let the nose track to the right. See?
Okay.
Yep, there you go. Hold it in position.
And notch your flaps.
Yep, we're in the white arc. Cool, now you just focus on holding your nose in the same position.
Okay.
Use a little bit of trim if you need to. Don't let the nose drop up and down like that. Hold it down. Lock it down, buddy. Lock it down.
1 mile for runway 1A, touch and go. Likewise.
There you go.
A little bit more than turn base.
Correct. Let's look back to the runway now.
That's probably about good. Turn base.
Yep, let's do it.
Okay. And we make our radio call. 346.
Go ahead and do it.
Full ready, traffic, Cherokee 3466 kilo is turning base. Full ready.
Cool.
Base 16, full ready.
Cool. All right, square off here. And nice, and keep that nose down as you do so. There you go, right there. Cool.
Okay.
Nope, don't let it go too far.
And another notch of flaps.
Correct. All right, trim it up.
Lockhart traffic, system 4951 Alpha.
That's down.
About 1 mile
go.
from the north. Doing a
Now
flyover.
ease onto that final.
Runway 18, Lockhart traffic.
Ease onto the final. I'm helping you out.
Left crosswind for 16, over.
Cool. So he's out there to our front. Speed's good. Careful. Bring it back to the right. Whenever you're making these adjustments with the aileron, you need to use the rudder. Otherwise, the nose swings around like that, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's a pain in the butt. You don't want that.
Okay.
Use that rudder when you use the aileron.
Okay.
There you go. So you have control. Cool. Use a little bit more trim and another notch of flaps. I'll help you with the flaps.
Full ready, traffic, Cherokee 66 kilo, final 16. Full stop, full ready.
Cool. So now hand on the throttle.
Oh, yep.
Check out those power
Yep,
power lines. Yep, so a bit of power. Bring the nose back up to the runway. Bring the nose back up to the runway. There you go. There you go, holding it there. See how we're kind of to the left here? That's that crosswind. We'll learn how to correct for that in a bit. So there you go, that downwind rudder.
Okay.
I'm helping you on the controls, power to idle.
Idle.
There you go. Holding it off the runway there. There we go.
Okay, and lose the flaps.
Exactly. See how this crosswind correction just keeps coming in?
Uh-huh.
All right, we'll make that second taxiway up there.
Full ready, traffic. Pulling up at 501 Hotel, goes left base 16 with Cherokee set, full ready.
There you go. Anticipate the brakes. A little more, a little more, a little more, more. Push on it, buddy. There you go. There you go, right there. All right. Nice.